Mm. Back in the day, ism was like slang for weed. Um, but actually, I got the name from the back of Erykah Badu's Mama's Gun album. Like, you flip it over and there's like a picture of her. And scribbled over the picture says, "What's your ism?" And I was like, that's it. Because at that particular time, me going with my real name didn't fit the aesthetic of what I was going for musically. So I just kind of felt like that just kind of fit me. In terms of what it means, I feel like my ism has always been the things that I've had to battle to get to where I am. My lack of confidence and my insecurity, me not feeling black enough, me not feeling, man enough. I started making beats in 2004, and I started rhyming maybe 05 or 06, but I didn't really start taking it seriously and performing until maybe 2007, 2008. I put out my first project in 2012, and then which was Introduction to Ismatics, and then in 2013 I put out King for a Day. So as of right now, that's like 2 years old. The most vulnerable piece of music. A lot of my stuff is really vulnerable, to be honest. Like I feel like that's something that you shouldn't have to be afraid to do as an artist or a black man, period. But the most vulnerable piece I would probably, it's a cross between I Don't Feel God and Love for the Birds. I was scrolling through Facebook. I had just gotten laid off from my job. No money was coming in. Unemployment hadn't happened yet, and I was just, getting turned. And I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this ad. Spike Lee is seeking unsigned people for Sweet Blood of Jesus. I'm like, I'll submit. And then maybe a month or so later, you're in the semifinals. A month or so after that, you're in the movie. And it's just like, what? I met him at the Cast and Crew private screening last July. We had the soundtrack party this past January. Great man, Spike Lee, man. I'm in debt to him. The best piece of advice he gave me, we were emailing, when that whole thing first started, and he said that my song was hot, and I was like, thank you. There are so many people who thought otherwise, and he said, fuck him. And I said, you know what? Touche, Spike Lee, too fucking shay. So that's the best piece of advice that I think anybody's ever given me. Fuck them. I'm sure that people are so impressed and they love it and blah, 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 but you have to create for you sometimes. And that piece I had to create for me, because at that particular point, I didn't feel anything. And that's the most terrifying thing, when you can say, I don't feel God. That's terrifying. It's terrifying. The plight of the Centaur was therapy that I needed, as I'm not paying anybody to talk out my problems when I can just do it myself. So instead of calling up people and whining about everything that was going on, I was just making beats and writing about everything. So sorry if you found yourself in a song. You shouldn't have fucked with me, sorry. What I like so much about Blazed Out is that, number one, it's kind of got that kind of boom bap feel that I have been kind of wanting to personally create for like a really, really long time. And I think it shows my production growth, it shows my growth. flow wise, you know, my writing. Blazed Out is about like my college days when I was super awkward. I mean, I'm still kind of awkward now, but back when I was really, really awkward and I was too shy to make the first move. So when I started smoking weed, which was in college, after I smoked, I felt confident and I felt like I could be myself and say what was actually on my mind. I kind of a version of liquid courage, just in leaf form. Those days are over. Like I don't need anything to say what's on my mind. As of right now, I'm just really, really focusing on me.